Evet, herkese selamlar arkadaşlar. İçİN kaldığımız yerden devam ediyoruz. İkinci bölümüyle ve perdenin arkasındaki adam alarak izleyelim bakalım.
If that's your winning face, I'd hate to see you lose.
We underestimated the Constant.
Yeah, he's a glorified desk clerk.
He's not just after the money. He wants it all.
We caught him once, we can do it again. And, well, we're not the ones who let him escape.
You still don't trust her.
I don't like executive decision makers. Look, you don't have to follow her, you know? Soon, this will be over. Maybe it's time to think about the future. You have to face the possibility that there's no going back. If the ICA knows what you did,
She'll make it right. She always does.
we have a fix on Carlisle. Come on. We've got a plane to catch. I hope you like the rain, 47.
Miss Burnwood,
How did you...
I have everyone's number. You really ought to know by now.
You planned this? All of it?
Don't be silly. I just played the hand I was dealt.
We'll find you.
You had me. Where'd that get you?
We handed you an empire.
It's for the best. The partners were complacent, set in their ways. But power is more than just security. Providence can be an agent of change. Surely you understand. Or you will. Soon enough.
Evet. Şimdi ailenin ölümü adlı göreve girelim. Alexa Carlis'i öldüreceğiz. İngiliz origin herhalde. Kraliçe diyeceğim ama bilmiyorum. Şöyle yapacağım. Şu sıra ben kırmızı istiyorum. Kırmızı suitimle. Buradan başlayacağım. Deneyim. Sonradan buraları daha bulmamışız. Şunun yerine... Niye o var ki zaten? Biber wire'ı alalım da. Niye gelmedi? Nasıl geldi? Ördük. Bunu... End of the line.
She came home.
Eve geldi.
Carlisle's lost an empire.
Carlisle
Fall hard enough. You tend to be reminded of
İmparatorluğunu
what truly
kaybedecek.
matters. So, the end of the line.
Yolun
You ready for
sonu.
this?
Hazır mısın buna?
Are you?
Sen?
Who will you be without a score to settle?
I guess the world's most wanted fugitive will have to do.
Alexa Carlisle is dead. According to the funeral invitation, that is. So naturally, it caused quite a stir when the late matriarch turned up at the breakfast table, alive and kicking. Carlisle, wisely sensing that her number is up, has emerged from exile to tie up loose ends and secure the Carlisle legacy. She may be a monster, but you have to admire her due diligence. Carlisle descends from an ancient line of warrior aristocrats. Her great-grandfather made a killing in the Second Opium War and established an empire in shipping, railroads, and newspaper publishing. While largely unknown to the public, the family still asserts its quiet dominance over global transport and logistics, media, and technology. Most senior of the partners, Alexa Carlyle, is cold as ice, tough as nails, and sharp as a razor. Incidentally, it was her late father who first brought the three families together after the end of World War II at this very house, meaning that this gentleman is the birthplace of Providence.
It began here, and it ends here. Talk about poetic.
Burada başladı,
One
burada
more thing.
bitecek.
According to our intel, Carlyle keeps a case file on the Constant. Information that may be helpful in his recapture. So don't leave the estate without it.
Right. Happy hunting, 47. See you on the other side.
İyi avlar 47. Hadi başlayalım.
Thornbridge Manor. The Carlyle family's home for countless generations. The Revenant Alexa Carlyle and her 3 adult children, younger brother Zachary, grandson and daughter-in-law, are all gathered to conduct Carlyle's sham funeral. Curiously, Carlyle summoned a famous London PI soon after arriving this morning, but his purpose at Thornbridge is yet unclear. Now, the target knows that you're coming, and her guard detail is top-notch. So Mr. Gray will secure their nearby field HQ and intercept all calls going in and out of the estate. Any appeal for backup is going to fall on very deaf ears. Good luck, gentlemen.
Evet, şu arkadaşı yetişmem lazım.
Phineas Whitmer, private investigator. I have an appointment with Madame Carlyle.
Please wait. Mr. Whitmer is here to see Madame Carlyle. You can go right in.
That is Phineas Whitmer, the famous private investigator hired by Madame Carlyle this morning.
Ünlü
I'm curious why he's here.
müfettiş,
Maybe
özel
you should do
müfettiş.
some detecting yourself, 47. A famous private investigator summoned by Alexa Carlyle has arrived at Thornbridge Manor. If you take his place, it may be an opportunity to get close to Madame Carlyle.
O beni görür mü ya?
I heard that.
What? Good job. Hmm? Oh, man. Thumbs up, mate. Hey?
Gel gel.
What was that noise?
Abi kusura bakma. Bunu yapmak zorundaydım.
Mr. Whitmer, thank God you're here. Can I take you to Madame Carlyle?
Yes, please.
If you'd follow me. I know I oughtn't say anything, but I'm so relieved you're here. Everything's just so strange. Preparing for Madame's funeral, and then she turns up alive. But then the awful business with her brother Zachary. And all this security. I've never seen the place guarded like this, and I dare say I don't like it at all. Well, this is what I mean. You have to be patted down before you see Madame Carlyle inside. Oh, I
Hello
could
there,
just
sir.
cry.
Excuse me, if you're coming through, I have to frisk you. Only take a minute, okay?
Okey. Başka bir yerden gideceğiz o zaman. Ya da bir yere koyacağız. Bak burası açık. Buradan gidebilirim. Ne olacak? Sonuçta ben ajanım.
Hello, sir.
Mr. Whitmer, thank you for coming on such short notice. A great tragedy has fallen upon us, and I need a quick resolution, handled with absolute discretion.
Results and discretion are my speciality.
Very well. I suppose you will want to start at the crime scene.
In my experience, a thorough examination of a potential crime scene is half the job done.
Good. Fernsby will take over from here.
I am Mr. Fernsby, the butler. Madame Carlyle has asked me to assist you in any way possible. Mr. Whitmer, I understand that you've traveled from London. Would you care for some refreshments? Or do you prefer to go straight to Mr. Zachary's sleeping quarters?
I prefer to get started.
As you wish. If you'll follow me, sir. I feel obliged to point out that current affairs surrounding Madame Carlyle are of a delicate nature. You may be familiar with the recent announcement of her death. You will probably learn that a staged funeral is scheduled to take place tomorrow. Madame's children were not informed until this morning that their mother was in fact not dead at all. So please bear with them if they seem affected by the rather unusual situation. I trust I do not need to remind you that there will be consequences if word gets out that Madame Carlyle is still alive.
I'll consider her dead when I leave.
Before you inspect the crime scene, I will tell you this. The case concerns the death of Mr. Zachary, Madame Carlyle's younger brother. He was found dead in his bed this morning. The door was locked from the inside, and a suicide letter was found in his room. However, Madame Carlyle suspects foul play and will not accept that he took his own life. I've prepared some information for you, so please do come and see me when you've finished your investigation of the crime scene. This is Mr. Zachary's room, to my right.
A locked room murder mystery, 47. I trust you'll get to the bottom of this.
Ne oldu lan?
Why don't you use your camera to scan the dead body, 47?
Throat markings indicate a rare, short-lived plant poison killed him. Spread shows time of death at around 10 o'clock last night.
You do know your poisons, 47.
Tam içkiden gitmiş. Burada kimse yok değil mi lan?
I think the crime scene has more clues, 47.
Tam ona bakacağım. Crowbar. Crowbar. Bulurum bir yerden. Hitman'i şeyden oynamak. FPS modda. Aha. Kendimi çektim. Başka ne var ki? Daha fazla ipucu var dedi. Heh. Adamın laptopu Zachary'nin.
Zachary was shopping for new Wellingtons last night. Not exactly what you would expect from someone suicidal.
Ayakkabımı sipariş etmiş. Vay arkadaş, ayakkabıdan ölen tek insan. Başka?
Zachary's suicide note. Also, a sample of handwriting. It could be relevant to compare to other samples to establish its authenticity.
Şurada bir şey var ama. Aha. Aha.
A hidden door.
It's a secret passage. This could explain how the door was locked from the inside. A photocopy
Aha.
of the floor plans. Somebody's been researching the secret ins and outs of Thornbridge Manor. I believe you've done a thorough search of the crime scene, 47. Maybe it's time to see the butler. I'm curious about the information he's prepared for you.
Burası neymiş lan böyle? Aynanın arkasında bildiğin şey var.
Mr. Fernsby, I'm done with the crime scene.
Did you establish a time of death?
Zachary died around 10 o'clock last night.
Well, that means the staff were off duty. And Madame Carlyle and her security didn't arrive until this morning. That leaves Madame's family and myself as the only persons here when he died. And before you ask, no, I do not have an alibi. I was alone in my office at the time of death. Here's the material that I prepared for you. It's a list of the possible suspects and their quarters. Hopefully that will help you keep track of your findings. Please come and see me when you've solved the case, and I will take you to Madame Carlyle.
This is very useful information, 47. So how does one solve a murder mystery, 47? Motive, means, and opportunity, I believe. May I suggest you ask the suspects for alibis? Or perhaps you prefer searching the manor for clues first?
Mr. Fernsby?
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
Just remembered I went for a stroll behind the greenhouse last night. Maybe that's where it is.
What is?
My lost button. The one you couldn't find at the graveyard. Wouldn't it be a good idea for you to go and look for it? Now?
A good idea. Yes.
Patrick Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Shit, it's that sneaky butler, isn't it? He ratted me out. Elaine, give us some privacy, would you? Don't tell Mother, okay? She's really tense these days, and the last thing I need is more hassle. I took that pretty blonde, Rosie, for an evening stroll. I mean, how the fuck am I expected to cope for an entire weekend in this shithole? I'm bored out of my mind. If that's all, I think I'll get back to my slow death by boredom.
What did you think of Zachary?
Creepy as hell. No ambition. Imagine deciding to live in a museum. You know, Father says Zachary and Alexei used to be two of a kind. He had a great future ahead of him, then suddenly, he just gave up everything. What an idiot. Thank God Daddy chose looks and brains over pedigree when he married Mummy. I don't have to worry about the inbreeding so customary in these circles. So, is that it?
Did you see anything suspicious last night?
No. I reckon Zachary topped himself. I know I would have. Or perhaps Mr. Fernsby. I don't like him. He could have done it.
Peki. Aha. Herkes zorlayacağım tek tek. Zorlayacağım. Sorgulayacağım.
Such a gentleman. He gave me his coat and all.
Rosie, you need to forget about Patrick. No good's gonna come of it. Stick to your own kind.
You mean like Chris? He treated me like shit. All he wanted to do was play his stupid video games, never any romance. I deserve romance.
Hello there.
Hello.
Rosie, tell me what you did last night.
I'm in trouble, aren't I? I spent the evening with Patrick. We met after dinner and I went home at 1 in the morning. He said he needed someone real to talk to. When he looks at you, it makes you feel like the center of the universe. Like a real princess.
But now he just ignores her.
Well, he's under a lot of pressure.
He's an idiot. That's what he is.
Did you notice anything out of the ordinary? Any strangers outside the house?
No, we saw no one outside. Except Patrick's mother, Emma. We were sitting on the bench behind the greenhouse talking when she came out and we had to hide. You won't tell her about me and Patrick, will you? She'd insist Madame Carlyle fire me. I'm sure of it.
Too right she will. She's always going on about how things will change once she's in charge of Thornbridge Manor.
Peki.
How are things coming along inside? Is everything ready for tomorrow?
Funeral tomorrow. Zachary found dead upstairs today. Death is everywhere. I never thought of it that way. Oh, God. It's such a big responsibility having a baby. I have to protect it, right? How do you even do that? I can't do that.
I remember how it was with the first one. The ones that come after certainly are a lot less of a worry.
Did Alice tell you what Emma did when she arrived?
What is it now?
She turned up and demanded to be put up in Madame Carlyle's bedroom. We're the new heads of the family after all. It is only fitting, she said. Well, Gregory put a stop to that, which was a surprise. He normally accepts his wife's outrageous behavior without batting an eyelid. But staying in his mother's bed so soon...
Burası ne? Yemek odası. Selam.
Professor Edward Carlyle, can you tell me your whereabouts for last night?
Oh, yes, this dreadful business with Zachary. I stay at the local inn. You see, I prefer not to spend the night here at Thornbridge Manor. My brother Gregory came along for a nightcap. He'll never admit it.
Başka kimleri sorgulayacağım?
understands that I find this whole thing upsetting and wanted to provide some comfort. I believe we went to the Stag's Head around 8:30. If that's all, I have a speech to write.
Can you tell me about Zachary's behavior last night?
I certainly didn't expect him to commit suicide. Sure, he was upset by Mother's supposed death. We were. But he seemed more engaged than usual. You should ask Rebecca. They had a long talk. Did you know that he hadn't left Thornbridge Manor in nearly 50 years? His plants, Mother, and the staff, all the company he had. Anything else I can do to help?
Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
You mean apart from the fact that we came here to bury our mother and she shows up alive and kicking? Zachary found dead in his bed this morning? Or perhaps that the planned funeral is still taking place and I have to do the eulogy? And Mother will surely have a strong opinion on it afterwards. I can't breathe. Excuse me. Yes, hi, Cassie. It's me again, Edward. I know I'm not supposed to leave you messages, and this is the last time, I promise. It's just, I don't know how to handle this whole situation. I don't think I can really. I can't feel my legs, and my eyes are not working properly. This flicker thing again. You can't tell anyone, but the thing is, I've been asked to perform the eulogy at the funeral event tomorrow. I know it all sounds so unbelievable. But even though Mother is still alive, we still have to go through with the funeral. I have to write the eulogy. I don't think I can. She would definitely want to read it, and no matter what.
Bu adamın sesi çok titrek geliyor ve
Disappointed in me. Again.
yalan söylüyormuş gibi hissettim, o yüzden koydum o zehri oraya.
I need you, Cassie. I'm sorry. I know. I'll hang up. Not supposed to do this.
Ölecek nasıl olsa, ben gidiyorum. Ne güzel fotoğraf.
Emma Carlisle, can you tell me where you were yesterday evening?
Surely I'm not a suspect.
I need to account for everyone.
Well, I spent the evening with my family, but I got an awful migraine and had to take to bed. Everyone can attest to that. I believe I went up when the boys sat down for a drink around 8 o'clock. Anything else you want to know?
How did you feel about Zachary?
I might as well be honest. His presence was always awkward. But how do you have a meaningful conversation with a man who only cares about plants? In my opinion, Alexa bears some responsibility for how this ended. She supported his self-limiting behavior by letting him live here. Is that all?
Have you noticed anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing special comes to mind. Except, perhaps, I did get a feeling that Zachary was depressed, not just sad. I suppose he realized that he had no one with Alexa gone. Even Alexa must feel the pangs of guilt over that one, letting him believe she was dead. Then again, guilt isn't her strong suit.
Ya bilemeyeceğim.
Rebecca Carlisle, can you tell me about yesterday evening?
We don't really see much of each other, my brothers and I. I suppose it takes our mother's funeral to bring us together, and even then, it's not like we sit on each other's laps. Now, let's see. Patrick, Gregory's son, disappeared straight after dinner. You know, I think he might be in some sort of trouble. Edward wanted to go as well, but Gregory convinced him to stay for a few drinks before they went off for a pint at the local at 9:15. I swear Gregory enjoys Edward's discomfort over staying here. I had a conference call with my New York office at 9, so I spent 3 hours on my laptop in my room and went straight to bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer? I do have a lot to see to.
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much.
Kim kaldı? Gro geri kaldı. Ulaşım Kılıç'ın Ali bir komplement. Ali bir derken? Örtülü orası. Selamünaleyküm. Dışarı çıkmaya geldik. Dışarı çıkalım ya.
Fitzpatrick token to Madame Carlisle's daughter.
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't... Get out my face, civvy. Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to her, that sort of thing. You did make sure she didn't see you give the other one to the butler?
Oh, of course.
What the? Do you think that was anything? Would you go check? I hear ya. Sweet.
Adam öldü am.
Come in. Reporting a possible crime scene. I've got a person on the ground, possible casualty.
Okay, enough.
Bana mı dedi?
Whoa! Help me! Help me, for fuck's sake, help me!
What's going on here? What happened?
Something really bad's happening. You've got to come and help.
It's that guy there.
Bana mı bir şey diyorlar ya?
You there! Drop the gun. Got it? Hey, you, give it up right now. I don't want to hurt you, but trust me, I will if I...
Kaydettim acaba ya? Aga o herifi öldürmek lazım.
Afterwards, I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is there anything else you want to... Yikes!
Ay, yanlışlıkla Q'ya bastım. Allah'ım ya Rabbim.
To bed afterwards. I don't know about Emma. She did act a bit strange. You know, I bet she was making lists for changes needing to be done once she gets her hands on Thornbridge Manor. Quite the shock she had when Mother arrived during breakfast. Is that everything, Mr.
Tell me about Zachary. Did he act strange last night?
You know, now you mention it, he was a lot more chatty than usual. He wanted to know about my connections in the publishing business. Apparently, a friend of his is writing a book, which strikes me as very peculiar. I didn't think he had any friends. Is there anything else you want to ask me?
Anything else you feel like mentioning?
I may be wrong, but I saw Mr. Fernsby, the butler, leave Zachary's room early this afternoon. And he seemed a bit startled when he saw me in the hallway. It's probably nothing. Oh, and one more thing. Please be kind to Edward. He can only take so much. Is that everything, Mr. Whitmer? I do have a lot to see to.
Görüşmek üzere.
Give the Fitzpatrick token to Madame Carlyle's daughter.
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions.
Okay.
Find out what that was.
Acknowledged.
Sen bakma lan.
That's good, that's good. You shouldn't throw stuff like that around, sir.
Rebecca? Yes. She's insistent. That one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the other one? Why I gave it to... Oh, shit. Hey, you! Please stop throwing stuff around, okay? Be mature. Rebecca? Yeah. Yes. She's insistent, that one. She kept asking all kinds of questions. Who had the...
Huh?
Go and check it out. Come on, go.
Wait.
Okay.
Ah, great.
Hello? Is anyone there? Who might... Did that sound? Huh?
Oraya bak, oraya. Şu adamı alacağım aşağı.
Throwing things here. Moving in to investigate. Out.
Adama yazık olacak. Aga çabuk.
Come on. I've got nothing here. Go to the post. Out. Perfect. Whoa. What's that doing here?
Kaydedeyim de sonra şey olmasın. Aman güzel. Ütüydü. Şunlar da falan hepsini alalım geri. Tamam, şu gerizekalıları hallettik ya. İyi oldu. İki gerizekalıyı hallettik. Heh, şu adamı sorguladım mı? Sorgulamışım. Ne oldu isim derken?
Just relax for a minute.
And that solicitor upstairs.
Heh,
Why do you think he's here?
I think solicitors are Mother's favorite kind of people. Can't remember ever having a family event without one tucked away in a room somewhere. Due diligence always trumped the family.
I think he's here to cut us from her will.
Very ridiculous. Imagine the scandal if the firstborn son didn't pick up the torch. That will never happen.
Gregory Carlyle, can you tell me where you were yet? Yesterday evening.
Oh, you're wondering about my alibi, Mr. Detective. Well, I left Thornbridge around 8:30 for a pint with Edward. I wish I hadn't. Quiz night at the inn. On the other hand, staying here with Zachary, my obnoxious sister, and the wife sporting another one of her headaches would have been a fate worse than death. The short of it, Zachary was very much alive when we left. I stayed for the last shout, and I was back here just before midnight. Anything else you want to pry from my intricate intellect?
Tell me about Zachary.
Zach? Huh. Such a sad old sod. A bit heavy on the bottle.
O piyano çalan öldü mü acaba?
Only company he had was his rare plants and mother, who travels more than she stays here. Honestly, I can't say which is the bigger bore. He's better off dead. Is that all? Not very thorough, huh?
Anything else you'd like to tell me?
Nothing
Ali bir compliment ne ya?
I'm just enjoying the show. Our perfect mother obviously fucked up, didn't she? Faking her own death. You know, she's explained nothing to us. I think she's scared to own up to her own mistake.
Ali bir mazeret demekmiş. Ali bir compliment ne demek? Evet. Mazeret doğrulandı. Ha, bununla bu yapmadı yani. Güzel. İki kişi Mr. Friendsby dedi. Aa, bu adam hala ölmedi mi lan? Tüh.
Hello.
He ya.
Feel the hair on my neck stand.
You have a way with words, Stan.
Confused. I don't like how Alexa's way of running things impacts our son.
Patrick, his only concern right now is boredom. He's too young to appreciate.
Bizimki nerede? Heh.
Mr.
Friendsby.
Mr. Whitmer, you have enough evidence to present your case for Madame Carlyle?
No, not yet.
Come and see me when you do.
Not yet. Daha ne yapayım lan?
Hey, how you doing?
İyi, sen ne yapıyorsun koçum? Allah Allah. Henüz bulamadım dedi. Nasıl ya? Şurada bir dakika. Bir şey deneyeceğim. Şurada bir kayıt alayım. Tamam mı? Bak şimdi. Setup'ta yok ama. Ben kırmadım. Ben kırmadım ama silah alacağım. Aha. Aga.
That is the door to Mr. Fernsby's office.
Crowbar lazım bana. Buraya bunları bırakacağım. Tamam. Güzel oldu. Bunu kaydedelim. Brenz'in ofisi burası. Anahtar bulmam lazım. Ya da crowbar. Bakayım başka. Lockpick. Key. Dur. Crowbar alıp geleceğim o zaman.
And now a wee one on the way. I'd say you're one lucky bastard.
Bu ne? Crowbar falan yok mu ya burada? Aşağı inecek bir yer var mı burada? Böyle bodrum gibi bir yer varsa orada crowbar vardır. Bak oldu. Burası değil.
On top of everything, Rosie thinks she's in love with young Patrick. I mean, that's a breaking heart happening if I ever saw one.
Life can be tough sometimes.
Abi crowbar nerede alabilir ki crowbar? Levye yani, turuncu levye. Şunu bir at şuraya. Patladı lan. Allah kahretmesin, ben koyacaktım yere ya. Bir şey lazım mı acaba?
Damn. What in the...
Dilek diledim lan.
Not right now, please.
Koydum oraya canım.
Let's not take any chances. You, go check it out. Gotcha.
Bana acilen crowbar levye lazım. Şeftali ne yapacağım lan? Niye böyle mal yürüyor? Bilardo mu oynuyor lan o? O neymiş?
So, how long have you been working here?
About a month now.
You're American. What on earth are you doing in this shithole? A girl like you belongs in clubs in London. I bet you're a great dancer.
I don't like dancing.
What about restaurants then? You like food? I know some great places. You should come visit. I'll take you somewhere really nice. Spend a few bucks. A girl like you deserves that.
I don't know.
Beni rahatsız ediyorsun ya. Bırak işini yapsın. Burada herkes birbirine... Bravo, yok mu ya?
Listen to this, Emma. Good old Wampus in a bit of a snag. 16-year-old received 28 intimate pictures of sexual character from minister.
You know he used to fancy my sister.
Centuries the Carlyles have fought to prosper, all of us alone. If we could only unite across time, we could crush them all.
Yakaladılar mı beni yani? Yo.
Oh, Zachary. At least you never got to learn that the horrible thing we did was for nothing. To protect the Carlyle legacy, what bollocks. It's all gone. I doubt our big brother could have botched it up any worse than I have, even if he tried.
Kadın ne ara çıktı lan? Eyvah ya. Ne güzel öldürecektim.
I'm talking about that.
I don't think you're supposed to be.
Sizin konuşmanızı dinlemem lazım.
If you're looking for something to do, you could go apprehend the trespasser I just saw. With your help, we're gonna nail this bastard.
Bir dakika. En son 1.52 burada yükledim ama autosave 1.56 almış. Ben aşağıdayken almış ya. Onca şey yaptım. Aha, bu sefer öldüreceğim ama.
I don't like dancing.
Hazır oradayken öldüreyim. Crowbar'ı bir türlü bulamadım ya.
Uh-huh. Jeez. What?
Buranın bodrumu vardır ya.
That American lawyer in the small office, did you check his travel documents?
I did, sir. It all checked out.
That is the door to Rebecca's room.
Bakalım Rebecca ne almış.
I can see from the log that Rebecca was in a conference call from 9 p.m. to midnight last night.
Hepsinin gizli odası mı var arkadaş? Anlamadım ki. Aa. Rebecca da değil.
Yes, I'll hold.
Shit.
Yes, I'm still here. It doesn't exist. What do you mean it doesn't exist? Right. I'll double check and get back to you.
Ha, buraya geliyor. Ne konuşacaklar bakalım.
Well?
Well, what did you find? Yates better well have a damn good reason for not being here in person. Christ! You really don't have a clue, do you? I'm talking about that weasel, Arthur Edwards. Can we get back what he stole from me?
So far, it looks like we can't. All the transfers of funds and privileges I've been through have been bulletproof. He intercepted the arrangements our office worked years to put in place.
That's why Don Yates should be here. He made the arrangements. He should bloody well be the one to clean up this whole mess.
I don't know what to say. I'm sorry.
Don't kill the messenger, Alexa. Please. Continue your efforts, Mr. Ford.
Bunda mazeret doğrulandı. Şu ikisini öldürsem mi?
Wait. What did that person do to deserve a smack to the head like that?
Help!
Tamam, tamam. Tam teslim oldum. Tamam. Cık, Allah Allah.
Me! You gotta help me! Maybe I'm just being... Engage!
Come on, can you read? There's some loose cannon disturbing public order. Far away as possible. For your own sake, do you understand?
Ha şimdi burada autosave alalım, tamam mı? Ben...
I should put a pin in it. Yeah. Sorry.
Clear. Over.
You should leave right away.
Yeah, that was not what we had planned for today, but you did good. I'm proud. Stand down.
Hey, you! Where do you think you're going? Definitely not through here. Get out of my face.
Kadınla konuşmak istiyordum yahu. Aha. Aga be. Kim öldürdü lan?
Sup?
Gregory, something's off.
Command, affirmative. Bagging and tagging.
The portrait photographer check out. You verified his identity.
Everything's in order.
Şimdi ben nereye gittim? Arayan Discovery neresi lan? Şurası lan.
Have you ever fallen? I should probably. Right. Yeah. Sorry.
That door leads to Emma and Gregory's room.
Hayda. Flash. Yeah.
Now this is interesting, 47. A letter from Emma's mother stating that Emma is the illegitimate child of Alexa's late older brother, Montgomery. And listen to this. She claims to have witnessed Alexa and Zachary murder him. The plot thickens.
Yani kim suçlu? Yani Emma mı? Suçlu.
A keychain pendant for the greenhouse. What's that doing in Emma and Gregory's room, I wonder? And why is the key missing?
Köpen flask ne ya acaba? Köpen flask. Köpen şişesi. Yok artık ya. Propane. Aynen propane yazdım. Kadın önümde mi lan? Aşağıda mı? Burada mı? Ha yukarı. Gel. Aşağı ineceğiz şimdi.
Do you realize how much I've had to deal with?
Buna şey yapalım. Ne oldu lan? Yazdık. Allah! Korktum lan hayvanlarda. Hayvanlara yazdık.
She should have gone with a better surgeon. Symmetry, Emma.
Why do you buy that gossip?
Nereye şey yaptım? Bunun bir aşağısı daha yok mu ya? Yok. Üçüncü kata çıkamıyorum. Ya da dördüncü kata. Aşağısı yok.
Plays the strings of my heart with that piano. I can feel the hair on my... Wow.
Dayı sen şunu niye içmiyorsun? Allah Allah. O kadının odasına girersem... Ya suçluya suçsuz işte.
What is it?
She scolded Mary for not making the bed the way she prefers it. It's so unfair.
Thanks.
She'd just discovered Zachary's dead body and was all shook up.
Got it.
I tried to tell Emma, and do you know what she said? She said, "Things will change around here. I can promise you that."
And her son Patrick is just as bad. Just look at Rosie. She has no respect. Praying for girls like that.
Camım var mı lan onun? Bir oraya girmedim ha.
Mary is so upset.
İşte crowbar lazım oraya girmek için.
And that
Ama
detective
crowbar'ı
asked to come
bulamadım.
here. Madame Carlyle must believe Zachary was murdered. Why else?
Abi ya o kadın ya bu adam. Ama ikisinden birini sustum katlamam için. Ha bir dakika.
Still a lot to see to, but we're in good time, I think.
Baba. Yapma ya. Camını kırdık ya. Dışarı crowbar alacağım.
Are you guys planning to keep the whole ground open?
Yes, there's so much to do before the funeral tomorrow.
Fake funeral?
security detail at a staged funeral event tomorrow. That'll be a first for me.
Burası ne? Daha buralara gitmedim. Şuraya gideyim bakayım.
Something bad must have happened to Madame Carlyle. Full of stuff. She's a great woman.
Madame Carlyle wants to inspect the arrangements for the staged funeral. Tomorrow, what's the delay?
It's the birds. They're making a racket, droppings everywhere. The undertaker wants to go.
Looking good today, sir.
Check that out, would you?
Ha, şeyi hazırlıyorlar. Böyle yaparsam patlar, herkes bana döner. Buraya şey yapmışlar.
Using my reputation for this. The staggering disrespect.
Kapatıyorum. Açtıkları şeyi.
I could just get clear hits on those nests.
Oh, no. What fresh hell is this? Who filled the grave? I don't believe it.
Allah razı olsun lan. Sonunda crowbar buldum.
I cannot accept when people are just throwing things around like this. Find out what the hell is going on. Please.
Arkadaşlar bayağı uzun bölüm oluyor ama olsun, yapacak bir şey yok. Buldum. Ya bu kadın suçlu ya o hizmetçi suçlu. İkisinden birini şu an suçlu kim diye şey yapmaya çalışıyorum. Suçlu olmayanı bulmaya çalışıyorum. Amcadır. Ya sen suçlusun ya diğer kadın. Amca senin odana bir girelim. Burada değil de. Burada ne buldum ben? Ha, şeyi bulmuştum. O neymiş? O da olur, ondan. Yine heh. Aradığım yer.
I stop thinking about Emma all the time, but she just makes me so angry.
Painkillers. Lethal if you use enough of them.
But not the poison used to kill Zachary. Of course, Madame Carlyle doesn't know that. Are you considering to frame the butler, 47? Zachary's diary. This is big. He was about to confess to the world that he and Alexa murdered their older brother, Montgomery. Ray 46 years ago. And apparently, Mr. Fernsby helped make the murder look like an accident. And 47, the handwriting doesn't match the suicide letter in his room, proving he didn't write it himself. Mr. Fernsby clearly didn't commit the murder, but I think you have enough evidence to convince Madame Carlyle he did. Maybe you should tell him you are ready to present your findings. Unless, of course, you want to do some more detecting, 47?
Ne yapmamı istiyor şimdi?
Find out what that was. Will do.
Everything clear.
Bizim amca nerede şimdi?
And we're done. Flip it. You're on, baby. Yeah.
Şimdi kim öldürdü onu bulduk değil mi? Variable suspect. Tamam. Emma'nın odasına da gideceğim bir daha. Son kez. Olma ihtimali en yüksek şey. Fransi. Aha.
I'm ready to present my conclusion to Madame Carlyle.
Very well.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Bir dakika. Şeyin odasına gitmem lazım önce, soldaki. Orası değil mi lan? Oraya gitmem lazım değil mi lan? Emma Carlis.
Didn't you say something about a shape before?
Hey, so...
Bir dakika, bu değildi lan. Ha, buydu. Abi o ne ya? Buna koyacaksın ki şey açılsın. Orada gizli kapı varsa gizli kapı açılacak. Ama bunun ne olduğunu çözemedim ya. Abi o zaman elimizde tek suçlu var. Lan ne yapıyorsunuz burada? Hala bir saattir. Üste mi çıkmam lazım acaba? Allah aşkına kaydedeyim de.
Hello, sir.
Hello. Oh be.
This is Madame Carlyle's office. Please step inside.
Your detective skills have gained you access to the Lion's Den, 47. Now, go claim your reward.
So, Mr. Whitmer, you've reached a conclusion. Take a seat. Please, go ahead.
The butler, Mr. Fernsby, killed Zachary.
Fernsby? Oh, you've got that wrong. He would never do such a thing. He is the most loyal man I have ever met.
I found pills in his office that matches the poison that killed your brother. Furthermore, I found Zachary's notebook, half burned, in Mr. Fernsby's fireplace. It showed that Zachary intended to publish a written confession to a murder the two of you committed nearly 50 years ago. The murder of your older brother, Montgomery.
That's outrageous. We did no such thing.
No need to feign innocence. I know a killer when I see one, and my discretion is assured. The papers also described how Mr. Fernsby helped you stage the murder of Montgomery as an accident. I believe he killed Zachary not to be exposed as an accomplice to murder.
Sweet Fernsby. You are wrong, Mr. Whitmer. He did not do it to protect himself. He did it to protect the Carlyle legacy.
Yanlış mı?
Mr. Fernsby, like myself, Understands that sacrifices must be made to secure stability and prosperity.
Abi siz ikiz misiniz?
Mr. Whitmer, I'd appreciate it if your findings never leave this room. I understand Fernsby's actions, and there is no need for them to have more consequences than they already have. Fernsby was very fond of Zachary, and I'm sure his decision will haunt him to the day he dies. About your reward, have you considered an amount?
I'll send you an invoice.
Thank you, Mr. Whitmer. I trust you'll see yourself out. I need some privacy. Thank you.
Sir.
That's Madame Carlyle taken care of. Time to get the file on Arthur Edwards.
En son sen gördün, yani buraya girmeyecektin, kusura bakma.
Please, someone help me.
Bitmek üzere. Şu dosyaları bulmak lazım sadece. Hay ben senin. Neymiş o ya? Öyle bir şey denk gelmedim ama ha. Artık şey gibi giyinmeme gerek yok değil mi lan? Şu arkadaşı öldürdük ya. Onun kıyafetini giyebilir miyim?
In a grave rest or something.
Seems someone's in a charitable mood today. Think about it.
I'm just so pissed off. This sucks.
Kadını da öldürdük. Aha. Kendimden korktum. Buna koyun bir anlamı yok ki.
Hey, who the hell are you?
Sen kimsin mi? Harbi mi?
Ah, bullcrap.
Aslında ben yoğum abi. Ben sizin güvenlik ajanınızım ya. Allah Allah. Hiç mi tanımadın beni ya? Abi o dosyada ben nasıl isteyeceğim ya? Nereden bulacağım yeri? Rapı'nın... Geliyorum arkadaşlar. Evet arkadaşlar. Ne oluyor lan? Bir dakika. Ses kapanmış yanlışlıkla. Nerede olduğunu çözdüm. Ama yukarı çıkmamız lazım. Yukarı çıkıp geliyorum. Tamam, buldum. Şu arkadaş beni görmeden... Şu koltukta düğmesi varmış.
Peculiar icons above the safe. I wonder if they might be some sort of a code. Maybe have a look around the office, 47.
Ha. Okey. Ama... Benim hikaye yani. Arıyorum, geliyorum arkadaşlar çünkü çok uzun oldu video. Evet. Devam ediyoruz arkadaşlar. Buldum. Şöyle. 175. Şimdi çıkışı
Mission complete. Well done, 47.
Aa, ne oluyor lan? Allah Allah, ne oldu acaba? Neyi la? İkisine takamıyoruz mu sırtımızda? Manyak gibi hepsini atacağım. Ne kaldı var? Crowbar kalsın, hammer at. Şu silahı bırak üstümden, nerede o? Şu aptal silah. Bir de şunu. Bunu ne yapacağım? Ne yapacağım? Tamam. O şerefsiz beni tanıyor çünkü. Ya hayır. Ben yürüyerek ineceğim. Ben ikisini de istiyorum. Bu nasıl güvenlik kardeşim? Kimin öldürdüğünü bilmiyorlar. Götüne mi sokuyor onu? Ha.
Put that away, will you? You're making me nervous.
Sana mı atıyorum lan? Allah Allah. İstemiyorum onu. Abi. Uğraşamayacağım.
Rosie thinks she's in love with young Patrick. I mean, that's a breaking heart happening if I ever saw one.
Life can be tough sometimes.
Alexa back from the dead. A make
believe bunu aradım ya.
Murder mystery.
Neyse çıkalım artık, çok mu?
Wait, what?
Ben bir şey yapmadım.
She heard Madame Carlyle was still alive, and she didn't even see it herself. It was Fernsby who told her.
I can believe that. What a surprise it was.
And the family has to protect it. Someone's not happy about that.
Geldiğim yerden çıkarım aga.
They're everywhere. Go, get out! It's the Constantine. Shit!
Ne oluyor lan? Şurada bir kere daha kaydedeyim de. Şeyi bitirdik ama. Daha ne yapayım? Bunun üstüne. Lockpick mekanik. Tamam. Arkadaşlar. Burada bitirelim bu videoyu. Çok uzun oldu. Yani 1,5 saat oldu. Ama yapacak bir şey yok. Bunu bölemeyeceğim için yani gerek yok. Böyle atacağım YouTube'a. İzlediğiniz için teşekkürler. Bir sonraki bölümde ve videolarda görüşmek üzere.